Alright, welcome to the video. My name is Zach Kravitz, and in this one, I'm going to give you guys some key information that you really need to understand before you start trying to lose weight. So if you're going to take anything away from this video, it's what I'm about to tell you right now, and that is our bodies, they don't restart, shut down, reboot each and every day. They don't know what a Monday is, or a Tuesday, a Wednesday, a Saturday, a Sunday, etc. They know averages, and because of that, we need to track how many calories we're consuming per week, not just every single day. Also, one more thing, what I'm about to tell you works for women as well. So ladies, if you're watching this, keep watching, because this relates to men and women. So Chris here, I'm using Chris as an example. Now Chris tracked his calories every single day, and then we added them up and we got 21,000 calories. Now, as he tracked his calories every day, he also weighed himself every day. And then we took the average of the 7 weigh-ins and we got 180 pounds. Now, the reason why we average these weigh-ins and we weigh ourselves every day is because our body weight fluctuates weight. We don't weigh the same thing every single day. And that's because of stress and water retention and a whole bunch of variables. The list is way too long for this video, but that's why we average our weigh-ins per week. And so what we have here is we have Chris, who consumes 21,000 calories per week. When he does that, when he consumes 21,000 calories, he's gonna weigh 180 pounds. So 21,000 calories for the week is his maintenance calories. And this isn't perfect. I'm just using this as an example for this video, but there are more accurate ways to find your maintenance calories, but I just wanted to let you guys know. Now, let's say he wants to lose 1 pound. Next week, he wants to weigh 179 pounds. So your goal should be to lose about 1 pound to 2 pounds per week, depending on how much weight you need to lose. If you're heavier set and you need to lose more weight, you can get away with a little bit more per week. And if you're leaner, then you probably want to drop it back and lose a little bit less per week. But it all depends on how much weight you need to lose. Now, Chris wants to lose 1 pound per week. So by next week, he wants to weigh 179 pounds. So what do? Well, we know that if he decreases his calorie intake by 500 per day, so 500 calories per day, he's gonna lose 1 pound. Now, if you add 500 calories each and every day, we get to 3,500 calories per week. So Chris needs to be in a 3,500 calorie deficit in order to drop this pound. So we take 21,000 and we subtract 3,500 and we get 17,500 calories. So by the end of the week, if his net calories are at 17,500 and not 21,000, he's gonna drop that pound and he's gonna weigh 179 pounds for the week. So now the question is, how do we get to this number? Well, there's 2 ways, and that is to decrease calories or increase energy expenditure. My handwriting is horrible, but you get the picture. So we can either decrease calories or increase energy expenditure, or a combination of the 2, which is usually the best way to go about it. So decreasing calories is pretty self-explanatory, but let's talk about energy expenditure for a sec. There's 3 things that you're probably gonna be aware of that you should probably track to help you get to this 3,500 calories. Those 3 things are workouts, cardio, and NEAT. Now, workouts and cardio. Workouts I consider resistance training with bands or weights, anything where you're actually doing a workout, versus cardio where you're stepping on a treadmill, an elliptical, you're doing some sort of cardiovascular exercise, high intensity interval training, stuff like that. So these 2 are kind of self-explanatory as well, where you're burning calories. The more you work, the more calories you burn. And then we have NEAT. NEAT stands for non-exercise activity thermogenesis. It's just a fancy word for saying how active is your lifestyle? So if you have a desk job from 9 to 5, your NEAT is not going to be very high. If you're a construction worker, your NEAT is probably going to be damn high. Now, just to give you a real world example, let's say you have a desk job from 9 to 5 and you don't really do much during the day. You work out, you do a little bit of cardio, what have you. Let's say randomly one day on the weekend, you decide to explore whatever city you're in and you're just walking a ton, or you go on vacation and you do a bunch of hiking. You're gonna wanna make a mental note of that and track that, because that all goes into that 3,500 calorie deficit, and that's all part of NEAT. So if you're aware of that, it'll really help. All right, so I wanna show you guys a nice visual of the things I talked about in this video. So really quick, let's say we have a glass jar and Chris were to fill it with water all the way to the top, right? That would symbolize 21,000 calories all the way to the top. Nothing under, nothing more. He's gonna stay at 180 pounds. So his maintenance, filling it all the way to the top. Now, let's say he doesn't fill it all the way to the top and he actually fills it 7/8 full, or 17,500 calories full, and there's some space here. That is the deficit. That is horrible handwriting, but you get the idea. This little space here, when people say I'm in a caloric deficit, that's what they mean. They're not filling their tank all the way full, okay? They're not at maintenance, they're a little bit underneath it. And so that's where that pound of weight loss comes. Now, let's say they do the exact opposite. Let's say Chris fills it above the top and you have some spillage. So he consumed 23,000 calories. He's spilled over. That's when people start putting on fat. It's not because of how many hot dogs they're consuming, how many cheeseburgers. It's because they went over their maintenance calories. It's all caloric intake. What comes in versus what goes out. And that's it. I hope you guys learned a thing or two. This is really basic stuff, but if you don't know the basics, you're gonna fail automatically, and I don't wanna see you guys fail. So I'm gonna end it there. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.